This article is being read by an automated voice. Chapter 5.3 New Zealand targets high GWP refrigerants in first emissions reduction plan. New Zealand's Ministry for the Environment, or MFE, released its first ever emissions reduction plan in 2022, with the goal of reducing its emissions from 290 metric tons of CO2e in 2022 to 2025 to 240 metric tons of CO2e in 2031 to 2035. The plan contains a chapter on fluorinated gases, which accounted for 2% of the country's gross greenhouse gas emissions in 2019. New Zealand ratified the Kigali Amendment in 2019. In the chapter, the MFE identified 4 key actions for reducing F-gas emissions. Build the capability to shift to alternative low-emissions refrigerants, which includes developing training and accreditation for handling alternative gases. Prohibit the import of pre-charged equipment. Investigate prohibiting F-gases with high GWP. Investigate prohibiting F-gases with high GWP. Introduce a mandatory product stewardship scheme for refrigerants. Training and accreditation for alternative gases. The Ministry of Business, Innovation and Employment, or MBIE, developed a new licensing system for refrigeration, heating, and air conditioning technicians. Technicians working on commercial and industrial systems that use flammable, toxic, or very high operating pressure refrigerants will need to be licensed. Techs who only work on light commercial systems, which include refrigerated display cabinets and small drop-in packaged units, will not need to be licensed. Licenses are based on both the type of refrigerant and the types of equipment. These include refrigerant types: flammable toxic, which includes ammonia; toxic, excluding ammonia, and very high operating pressure. System types: refrigeration, heat pump or air conditioning; heat pumps and air conditioning and transport refrigeration plant. As of this writing, the MBIE has not released an update on when the proposed regulations will be finalized. Import prohibitions. The MFE released a policy proposal for its prohibition of imported pre-charged equipment in November 2022, which would only apply when and where alternatives are available. The proposal defined low GWP as refrigerants with a GWP below 150 and high GWP as refrigerants with a GWP above 150. The MFE did not include a policy proposal for prohibiting the import of specific F-gases, stating, "We are currently considering a framework for this." A public consultation period was opened between November and December 2022. In October 2023, the MFE informed stakeholders it was rescinding the proposed import ban on pre-charged equipment as a result of the feedback. Mandatory Product Stewardship Scheme. The MFE also released a policy proposal for a mandatory product stewardship scheme in November 2022, with a public consultation from November to December 2022. The scheme contained 3 elements: participation obligation. Producers, sellers, and distributors of refrigerants would be required by law to be in compliance with an accredited scheme to sell their products in New Zealand. Quality standards. A quality standard for end-of-life management and reporting requirements would be established to ensure best practices. Workforce competence. Workers would need to provide evidence of their ability to work with equipment that uses refrigerants or to buy bulk or pre-charged refrigerants. The scheme has yet to be accredited by the government, although the MFE says that if accredited, the regulation could take effect starting in 2025 at the earliest.